Man, oh man, you know that intro never gets old, bro. Been playing that thing for almost a year now. Still got me bumping, bro. It's also got, speaking of bumping, look at this bump right here, man. Jesus, man, this lighting is not flattering to a little blemish. Anyway, hola! It's your boy Big Rob back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. This is our Sunday Q&A day with Big Rob. We're going to change it up just a little bit today. Y'all want to hear what I got in store? We're going to do no articles. We're going to do no, like, scripted whatever. None of that, like, highlighted here and talk about. We're just going to talk crypto. Just going to be relaxed, real chill Sunday where we just chit-chat. You guys ask questions. I do want to keep it crypto focused mainly, but we do want to go outside of crypto, kind of talk about what's going on around the globe, breaking news, especially global finance and economics is always a good subject, something that I like to cover more of. And if you want to know more about Big Rob, if you want to know more about me, make sure you guys ask. Put in the chat. All right. So, as I said, this is going to be a lot more focused on the chat here than we would typically have. And so, if you have any questions, say hello so that way we can drop an hola back at you. All right. And so, let's see here. Yeah. If you're new here, we do a live show at our studio here in Las Vegas. Monday through Friday, me and a co-host. But today, Q&A, John Foster Crypto. He's like, why the dip? He said, why the dip, bro? It's down. Bitcoin's down, what, $600, right? So I don't know if I would call it a dip just yet. I guess it, technically would be a dip. Let's just take a look. Here. So quick shout out. So we got Jessica up in here. We got Free Destroyer, Charlie Mack, Rusty Bot, Enzo, Luis. And then we got Moby Sage, Why You Loud, gang. So to all of you, hola! And let's get the likes up. We are at 14 likes, 30 people. So let's get everybody in here, and let's also chit chat it up. That helps the algorithm say, hey, badass community. All right, so let's take a quick peek at where crypto is. I think that'll be a good starting point for our discussions. Let's see here. Pull that up, and then we'll put me in the corner. All right, so Bitcoin coming in at 22.9. It is actually dipping. So to take a look at the charts here, and keep in mind, I can give you my perspective on where prices are currently in comparison to where they maybe have been or where they might be going. But I am by no means, if you know me, any kind of chart analyst, any TA expert, probably far from it. But I'm a man of reason. I am a man of just breaking down what the people think, breaking down what the global sentiment is, and the fundamentals is always a good way of looking at it. Which, man, I got such good stories today, man. I was playing Call of Duty, ran into some crypto people. Just interesting from top to bottom. Also, we got Vino Mystic says, hola! Right back at you, brother. And then we also, that's all I got. If you're new here, say hello. And we also got Kazuma coming in here. He said, bro, the market is fine. It's doing what it does each month. I'm in the camp. It is fine. But, we got to look at it. We got to look at the markets. We got to see what's going on. Okay, so when you zoom out on the 1 month, you can see that the markets, as Kazuma said, is fine. And you can see here that we coming from 16.9 earlier this month. We can go to year to date, even better. So on the 1 week, 1 month, basically, 23,000. Now we are under 23,000. This has happened once before, twice before, 3 times before. And so this will make it the 4th time since January 20th that we've been under 23,000. So over the span of roughly 2 weeks, we have been under 20,000 3 other times. So let's not freak out. Thank you. And we also got JP Trees, J Pool, and to you, hola, and Del May 5. Now, J Pool says, really appreciate you doing this on Sunday. Starting to make this part of my Sunday routine. Well, that's badass. We appreciate you. Oh, there's. And we also got JP Tree says that mini back on COD on the smaller maps. Mini map, I guess. Yeah. Anyways, we have if you don't know, I am a straight Call of Duty Warzone super champion, heavy hitter, number dubs, over 500 wins in Warzone, the original one, not the new one. Crypto Music is in here as well. Yeah, let's get this thing started. 47 viewers. Okay, so where are we at? Bitcoin coming in at 22.9. Some of the other biggest gains. You know, I was looking this morning, man. A lot of these altcoins are shedding off big. Look at this. Let Phantom down 11%, GMX down 11%, Lido down 11%. So even though Bitcoin is down, what's the percentage on Bitcoin? 2%. We're starting to see a little shake off on some of this recent gains in the alts, but the alts had rallied a lot more than Bitcoin has as of lately, so that would be expected. You do have Ethereum over 1,600 still, so that's always it's positive. 1,600 just, I had found that Ethereum just really likes 1,600. I think it's more of a support resistance, stronger support resistance than 1,500, which would be psychologically a huge number. We also have Web3 Me. He says hello. Hola! And then we got Cardano down just 4%. Now, let's take a look at some of the biggest gainers here. Graph is up almost 11%. Singularity net. What is Singularity net? I forgot here. What does this say? What is Singularity? It's a blockchain-powered platform that allows anyone to easily create, share, and monetize AI. Oh, it's an AI token. Yeah, there was some news on Google. What was it? Google has Google and AI. I was listening to this today. There was a big investment. Here it is. Yeah, that was a big thing. So Google invests $300 million in artificial intelligence startup Anthropic. So if you didn't already know, or you've been sleeping under a rock, ChatGPT has been catching a lot of buzz. And this Anthropic is the competition, basically. And ChatGPT is heavily funded by, and this is a AI, ask it questions, it spits out things, it spits out answers in a very scary, realistic, robotic supercomputer kind of way. And in a tone of voice that is almost conversational with the person. So no longer, like when you ask Siri a question and Siri just like, well, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. You can just tell. It's like you don't feel that like connection, right? You understand when you ask Siri a question, you get this like, hey, I'm asking this scripted robot a question. I don't know what it's gonna, it's good. Like Siri is good at, hey, text David and say blah blah blah. I'm like, I'm texting David, blah 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 blah. But you can't ask it any real questions. You can't say, hey Siri, do you think it's a smart idea to drive across country in January, for example? Or what would be the best route to drive across country in January to avoid snowstorms? You ask that to Siri, you're gonna get, here's some articles I pulled up on the subject, and next thing you know, it's about like motor oil and buying trampolines or something way off base. And so you now with the emergence of AI, you can have just general conversations. You can, instead of, you can just ask ChatGPT, and it'll not only suggest when the best time to drive is, but it would map it out for you. It would say, why don't you take this freeway? And then you could say, hey, can I get a more scenic route that would stop by landmarks and national parks? And it'll do that for you too. Not to mention write books, cheat on exams, the list goes on and on. So anyways, we got Kazuma up in here dropping a $5 or €5 super chat. Says, I literally know crypto movement. Hold on a second. So Kazuma says, I literally know crypto movement days before it happens, but it's dangerous to share full information because will cause a flash crash. Okay. Interesting spelling there, man. I ain't a wordsmith, so I need to get one of those. The thing we got at the studio where we like highlight chat. That's what I need to talk to Rocco. That's Rocco's thing. We also have Crypto Mike Fiedel in here as well. Dennis Knowledge Johns, Crypto Billionaire. It's good to see everybody in here. Make sure y'all drop a like up in here. How the hell did I get a 40 cent? Oh. I was doing the math because on my YouTube, it says chat revenue, $5.40. I'm like, who tipped me 40 cents? Then I realized you gave a euro, and the dollar is stronger than the euro. Did you think about that? Did you realize that? So for every $5 in euro, or 5 euros, it equates to $5.40. Oh, DYX right there at its finest, huh? Okay, so Google invests $300 million. So you're starting to see this battle open up. I mean, ChatGPT, which we were talking about, they are throwing $500 million. Microsoft is throwing $500 million at investing into ChatGPT, and hey, Google's like, we got you, we see you, and they're trying to they're investing $300 million into the artificial startup Anthropic. So this is a threat to. This is definitely a threat to Google, right? And somebody, and I was listening to a podcast, and they put up such a small little nugget of information that I expanded on tremendously. They said Google and its web searches, it's like the phone book of the internet, right? Remember, like, okay, if you're older than 30, you remember the day that every 2 months you'd get a new phone book, right? You'd get this yellow pages, you get the white pages. It has nobody uses that anymore, right? And at some point you saw the transition with the coming of the internet age, right? You saw that you would get the phone book, and I remember growing up, if I needed like some work on my car, I would go through and I'd find one, and then I would just call. And then obviously that is extremely inefficient. And so, now you Google stuff. And isn't Google pretty much the same thing? Think about it. You type in auto repair, and then you get this list of links. They're just addresses. They don't answer your question. It's not like it has like ratings on the sides. You'd have to go to a separate app. But essentially, it's like the phone book of the internet. And just think about, if you expand your thoughts into, hey, how is this space gonna emerge eventually? And if you think about it, I think that's gonna go away. And I think we're just gonna ask questions instead of saying, hey, where can I fix my car? And you type it in, auto repair. You just tell the computer, hey, where can I fix my car? And it'll say, okay, hey, you have this type of car. There's some places that are close to your house. Here's some places that have more quality, reputable work. Here's some places that work with your insurance. Like, it'll already be done. It'll remove all the extra stuff, all the extra clicking, right? More efficient. All right. So, and then if you have any questions or anything, it said too many glitches. Am I glitching here, guys? Let me know if for whatever reason, let me know if the stream's not looking good. Seems like it's looks like I got good stream on my side. Let me know. Yeah, let me know if this is if it's at all choppy. I'll try to mess with it. But anyways, Greg Page, sorry if it's a little choppy for you. Also, we got Angry Chihuahua in here, and Cryptodamus showed up as well. Chuck Strickland. Okay, Jessica says not at all. There's no glitch. Okay, cool. Just want to double check. That Jut says hola. You know, I was testing out my holas, and they're definitely. Hold on a second. Let me take a look at this order book here. Okay. The holas are definitely. I can get kind of loud up in here, so I have to tone down the holas, man. You know, if this thing becomes successful. Yeah, boy, gonna do it up in here, you know. I got my area over here, and I'm gonna get a nice camera. This one's okay, but I'm gonna get a new camera. You guys want to check out my setup? Yeah, this is my setup here. All right, so I got that. I got this Giganto TV monitor, and that. There's my bedroom over there. Hello. All right. Anyways, I probably don't actually care, but. Whatever. All right. So, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, AI, man. So, we are going to see the AI tokens pump because it's trendy, it's new, you make waffles with those headphones? Yeah, you leave those headphones alone. You know, these are my gaming headphones. These things are, there's been a lot of communication on the Call of Duty with these things, let me tell you. So, anyways, yeah, I think AI is definitely the buzz topic. Everybody's talking about AI. Everyone's talking about how disruptive it is. You're seeing Google and Microsoft go to war over funding and the next coming of AI. And you know, I think a lot of people are going to try to identify AI projects in crypto. We're already seeing it. I think that if you're a new project and you have anything to do with AI in the crypto space, it would probably be foolish of you not to make it a focal point. But I still don't think that, I think that AI will develop on its own. And I don't think that it's necessarily something that has to be integrated with crypto. I think that they'll build AI and they'll in ChatGPT, some of these other ones, and then projects that integrate them as like a third party. They like partner with them or they use their services to make their blockchains better. I think those are going to be the ones that benefit the most from AI. These things, these AI platforms, they take years to build out. ChatGPT, I think, is 4 years old, 5 years old, and it's still in its beginning phases. And so, you know, what does that look like for a crypto project, and why is it made better on a blockchain? So I think it's better to make a blockchain, and then in the same way that you use oracles, in the same way that you use data storage to make your chain better, more efficient, I think you'll get chains and projects integrating the tools that is AI to facilitate a better and stronger ecosystem. Now, let's see here. We got OCX Rider. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Also, NSL HD as well. Seems to be new. Road Dog Crypto. To all of you, thanks for coming checking us out. Want to get this thing pumped. Why we only got 78 people in here? What's going on? If you like this format, if you like this kind of going rogue, I told everybody, I was like, hey man, I ain't doing articles. I'm just gonna chat. I'm gonna do what I do best. Just ramble. Like, your boy got a gift, bro. So if you like this style of content, the Sunday just kind of Q&A, just chill, relax, I'll put a one in the chat. If you want a little bit more structure, you want me to bring call David in the morning and have him highlight some articles for me, and have this thing be more like the show, put a two in the chat. Let me know what y'all think. And no bird this time. I don't know. Can y'all hear Larry downstairs? That guy, man. He's like a fire detector with low batteries. He's just cheap. Oh, got a couple ones. Crypto mic up in here. That's what's up. All right, cool. Yeah, so what else has been going on, man? You guys seen that Russia balloon thing? You want to talk about overreaction? Bro, the U.S. popped a balloon. And now, like, on my Twitter feed, on the internet, like, it is just like, oh, man, China's upset. They're going to go to war. The Biden did this. Parts are falling here. They did it over the Atlantic. I'm just like, yeah, y'all popped a balloon. And what kind of secrecy? Did you see the size of that thing? Like, what kind of secrecy is this is this balloon? Like, this thing is gigantic, bro. Like, this is not you're trying to tell me that this big ass balloon here that you get, this is from an iPhone camera. Like, this big ass balloon here is supposed to be some spy balloon. Like, get out of here, bro. Like, you trying to tell me that this is the pinnacle of spy hardware from China? Like, hell no. You know what? I don't ever believe anything China says, but I kind of actually believe this. China came out and said that it was a weather balloon that got off course. First of all, you can't steer these things. So, like, come on, man. Now, it was floating over some nuclear areas, so perhaps, whatever. Anyways, even if it was a spy balloon, like, big deal, bro. Y'all popped a balloon. Like, y'all acting like a little kid at a birthday party when his Mickey Mouse balloon, like, went out. And I started thinking, I was like, man, there must really not be anything. It must not be anything going on globally, because we got so used to the pandemic. You had Trump. The January 6th thing. You had the ice road truckers. Ukraine, Russia. It's just been a nonstop, like, breaking news. Major global, like, catastrophic news, and it's been kind of quiet this year, right? 2023, I don't want to jinx it. Where's some wood at? I got some wood around here. Hit my desk. So, 2023 is hasn't nothing crazy's happened. What's the craziest thing that's happened in 2023? We are 1 month and 5 days in. Right? Really nothing, man. And so, this is everyone's freaking out about this, and I don't know, man. Call me crazy. Do you guys think that balloon is that big a deal? I mean, what do you guys think? Because globally there was a lot more stuff. Okay, let's see what you guys have here. All right. So I like I said, I wanna focus on the chat. So guys, say what's up, man. What y'all got? What y'all think? He said, everyone, yeah. So your owner says it's funny. Everyone forgot about satellites, and so it was like everyone's throwing their hands up, like, yo, what the hell, man? He's like, shoot down that they're spying on us. Like, bro, you know how many U.S. satellites sitting over top of China right now? And if I was China, and hey, why not start shooting down some satellites, right? I mean, it's pretty much doing the same thing the balloon's doing, just at a higher elevation, right? Right? Am I right? And so, I don't know. I think this is a big nothing burger. And then you also have Road Dog says it's alien jellyfish. Actually, kind of looks like an alien jellyfish, right? Like, look at this thing, man. There were so many memes for this this thing. Like this here is what everyone's been buzzing about all weekend. This little balloon. Like, get out of here, dude. Yeah. Anyways, Angry Charles says big, but not a big deal. Decoy for Americans' attention. That's right. I'm sure there's the government is doing something hella shady, and this is probably the don't look over here, look at this thing. You know, they're probably you have the government about to shut down because of the debt ceiling, and they're like, hey, guess what we did? We shut down a balloon. All right. So Pelagic says it matters. You know, I don't want to completely. I'm not dismissing this. I think that this could escalate, and I'm not saying here that this is like a joke about. But I'm just saying the amount of media coverage for what it is, I think seems a little dramatic. I don't know, man. Okay, how about you guys in the chat? Put a 1 in the chat. You think this is breaking news, super dramatic, could escalate? Put a 1 in the chat. If you think that they just popped a little kid's balloon and that's it, put a 2 in the chat. I want to know what you guys think. You know, not a big deal, 1 in the chat. Big deal, 2 in the chat. And then, so there was that this weekend. And what else happened? I had a lot of FUD in the. Okay, here we go. 2. Oh, it is. Okay, you guys do think it is a big deal. Okay. Yeah, you know, I will say when I first read the article, I was like, "Ooh, this sounds crazy." And the more I kind of looked at it, I was like, "Yeah, I don't think it's that big a deal." But you know what? The more you guys line up with a big deal. Yeah. Yeah, you know that I was reading an article and the wreckage is supposed to be washing up. So, but man, there's so much FUD with that. They were talking about like they shot missiles at it and the missiles missed, and like I was like, I don't know, man. I think when it comes to breaking news, I feel like there's so much. Most of that crap is fake, right? Because people just throwing all kinds of, or maybe it wasn't. How about this? Maybe it wasn't a China spy satellite. Maybe it was aliens. You ever think about that? Maybe it was aliens, and they're just saying it was a satellite because it does kind of look like an alien jellyfish, bro. Just nice. And whenever aliens come down, they are going to look nothing like we think they're going to look, because all the aliens we've ever seen are humanoid. You know, it's arms, legs, eyeballs, like, tripping. You think that's what they're gonna look like? All right, we got Ren 1010 up in here. Doc Jed H. Doc Jed H, I think, is new. So, hola, welcome. And Grimes TRDR says bingo card. What y'all talking about? This bingo card stuff over here? What did I miss? Tyler Foss says the Pixar cloud. Yes. Is there like a little house, a little house on the bottom with a little Chinese guy with binoculars? Like, yes, that is. I'll tell you, if China wants to spy on the U.S., they're not going to use a balloon, man. Or if they're, that's probably their cheapest version. Anyways, did it have "Happy Birthday" written on it? It might have. Ray Gutierrez says, "Hola, welcome to the club." And what else? Okay, so let's get back to some crypto discussion. Is there any projects that you guys have any questions about? Is there anything you'd like me to talk about? What do you guys think about Ethereum lately? You know, I feel like Ethereum hasn't really. Oh, speaking of Ethereum, man, I got a bone to pick, but I'm gonna get to that in a minute. I feel like not a lot of people have been talking about Ethereum, right? And all the way up from, let's say, 2019 to now, I think this is the quietest I've heard Ethereum news, essentially, right? There hasn't been much talk about the upgrades. You had the staking, and no, it's not really much going on, right? Am I the only one? I just haven't heard much. Vitalik's been kind of quiet. There hasn't been any giant building. They did just have the merge, which was successful. They have moved over to proof of stake, but they're doing it quietly. And there's just so much buzz around Ethereum for so long. It seems like it's kind of gotten a little quiet. And Angry Chihuahua thinks that ETH is gonna rip, so that's positive. And then Battle Brothers Trading says AI tokens. The thing is the AI, even if even if AI tokens were to become efficient and dominant, let's just say that, it would take so long for that to be built out that that would it was kind of like 2017. We were talking about DeFi and the thought of the promise of DeFi and what it could do in smart contracts. We didn't see any of it till 2020. So it was 4 years, 4 years before it kind of came out. And that's a lot more. That's a lot easier to build than these AI. AI is quite substantial, and I don't know, man. I just think it's if you're looking to trade, if you're looking for that volume, you're looking for that next buzz project, I think AI is probably your best shot. The same way that we had the Decentraland, these metaverse projects pop off. They're not built out yet, but there was enough interest in them that you can make a lot of money. And so I think AIs will probably do the same thing. And then let's see here. We got Young Plug ETH says hola. yeah. So he must have heard the buzz about Ethereum. Okay. There's a fellow creator of ours. He came out with a video on Michael Saylor. And this one is so far reaching. And I'm just like, what are you guys doing? Like, what are you doing, man? And this is a channel I respect, but I don't know, man. All right, here, let's take a look here. So we have, and if you've seen it, it's if you've seen it, we'll follow along. But here we go. I'm going to play this. We're gonna watch this together, man, because this is something else here. So you got leaked audio, and this is leaked audio of Michael Saylor, right? And this is supposed to be, some uncovered stuff. Anyways, let's listen to this, and then let me know if this sound thing's. I don't know, hopefully this sound works. Let me know if there's any issue or some weird.
Look, I'm going to be completely honest here. I'm in over my head on the Bitcoin stuff.
You know who Michael Saylor is, right?
People are asking me whether or not I'm still bullish on Bitcoin.
So, anyways,
look,
this is the intro right here. Listen.
Look, I'm going to be completely honest here. I'm in over my head on the Bitcoin stuff.
Okay, now they have an entire video of this prelude here is of him being ultra bullish on Bitcoin and hating Ethereum, right? And so then he goes, even more here. They reference their,
it was issued
their
by
interest.
An ICO. There's a management team.
They reference their
there's
interview.
A pre-mine. There's a hard fork. There's
And anyways, so without further ado, I'm going to let you listen to this, and then we're going to come back. Y'all let me know what y'all first thoughts are here on this, okay? Let me know what y'all first think. All right, listen to this.
For daily videos on everything going on in cryptocurrency, tap the like button if you're still watching. Tap the like button if you're still watching. Yep. And here's the clip in full.
Look, I'm going to be completely honest here. I'm in over my head on the Bitcoin stuff. This has legitimately ruined my life. If I could sell it all right now, I would. But we have to wait for break even. That's what I keep telling myself. Just wait for break even. I'm going insane having to deal with these Bitcoin maxis who think they know what they're talking about. I've been secretly buying NFTs on Ethereum for months now. Bitcoin fucking sucks. I should have bought Ethereum. I really should have. I bought a few pudgy penguins last night just to feel something. They helped me get through the pain of holding this absolute scam of a boomer coin. I'm praying for one more cycle, then I'm rotating all into Ethereum. There is a second best, and it's Bitcoin.
Right. Okay. Were they trying to troll?
So this is a new analysis from the.
No, sorry about that. Are they trying to troll their own viewer base? I feel like they're trying to troll their own viewer base, right? Because like, at what point is this okay, right? And the thing is that at no point did it even try to like say it was a fake or, hey, take this a grain of salt. Like, they were all in, like, yo, where did this video come from? Where did this audio come from? Like, we want to know, like, if you guys have information on where it came from. It obviously was not Michael Saylor. His voice sounded nothing like him. His choice of words, like, come on, man. This guy is a CEO of a publicly traded company that has gone all in on Bitcoin. Do you think he would talk about buying pudgy penguins? You think he would buy pudgy penguins? It was obviously not him. It sounded like it was AI software that mimicked his voice. That's what a lot of you guys in the chat are saying. It's a deep fake. I think it's probably more than likely, I'd say 80% chance it was AI software deep fake. I would say that there's maybe a 20% chance it's just somebody that knows how to do his voice pretty well and maybe just was trying to be funny. But it's kind of, I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy to me how we get, what I mean? Look at this. Look at this here, man. Insane leaked audio, man. They went all in on this, dude. I mean, like, this was nowhere, at no point. Oh, why do I got ads on here? I'm subscribed. Which one am I in here? Anyways, so yeah, it's I don't know, man. I'm sorry, dude, but I think they dropped the ball on this one. This isn't the first time Altcoin Daily has gone out on a bait and switch. Remember they said, "Hey, we are working with Mr. Beast to give away $1 million worth of Bitcoin," and just retweet this. And then 3 days later, they were like, "Oh yeah, never mind. That was a joke. Ha 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 ha." Like, and you tag Mr. Beast in there. Like, come on, bro. I like Altcoin Daily. I'm just saying, man. Like, keep it ethical, bro. You know what I mean? I'm trying to game the system with some extra clickbaity stuff, like Altcoin. Ain't talking crap. But this one is just a little bit out there, man. Come on, man. We ain't believing that's a real Michael Saylor. I know, but is anybody in the chat? Okay, let's ask the chat. Chat, do you guys think that was actual Michael Saylor? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if there's no way, no how that was Michael Saylor. And put a 3 in the chat if you don't even know who Michael Saylor is. I want to know what the hell you're doing here. All right. So let's take a look at the chat here. Let's see what you guys are up to. We got Earth Angel XRP, and to you, and who else we got in here new? I think that's it for the new people. So, hola, Earth Angel. Thanks for coming, checking us out. Earth Angel says, Boomer Coin. What is he? Deep fake, yes. Probably it. And, it is interesting that, as this AI software gets more and more advanced, so does the audio versions of these. And obviously, I think it's safe to assume that this was AI Michael Saylor. Even if it wasn't, there's plenty of examples of where you can mimic someone's voice. At what point are we gonna is this gonna become so efficient that it mimics somebody's voice to a T and you can't tell the difference? You know that day is coming, right? That is coming and fast approaching. And what's gonna happen when you get leaked audio that nobody can differentiate the real and the deep fake, right? You're going to have all of a sudden a bunch of calls and a bunch of, hey, we had this guy mic'd up or whatever it was. It was a hot mic. And there's going to be a lot of attempts to ruin people's careers, to exploit people, to manipulate markets, to get things done in the way that you like, via cheating, because you can basically make any person's voice say anything you want, right? Sex tapes, like audio. And it kind of scares me, man. What happens if somebody goes to court and they have a recorded phone call and it's not even a real phone call? It's not even the person's voice. But yet the whole jury is sitting there listening to it. And the whole jury's listening to it and they're like, oh, dang, like he did it, she did it. Yeah, I mean, she said whatever here, that, guilty. And you don't even have to do a computer program. Just imagine if I had my phone and I had an app that had AI voice software, and this AI voice software could speak exactly like me. I could literally hold up another phone and I could be like, bam, hold up another phone and then have it speak into the phone. Boom. And all of a sudden, people can put whatever. It's kind of a scary thought, man. Right? Yeah, it says live, NSL says live video and audio will be key. Yeah, man. And then not to mention, a lot of people they're gonna use the AI deep fake as an excuse for everything too. So let's say that you get caught saying something you're not supposed to, dropping some words or whatever it is. What do you think, man? I think people are going to be like, no, that wasn't me, man. That was deep fake. The same way that people have like these burner accounts or whatever, or like say they tweet something. They're like, well, my account got compromised. That wasn't me. You're going to say you hear the same thing. You're going to hear the same thing when it comes to AI and voice. I mean, it's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of crazy how we got here. What do you guys think in the chat? Oh yeah, so a lot of twos on that on what I was saying earlier. So nobody believed that was Michael Saylor. Okay, so nobody was fooled. Big Dogs Crypto put a 4 in the chat. I don't even know what a 4 is for, but okay. Maybe it's a double, don't believe it. That's and Stony23 here as well. David Talley, and to all of you that are new, hola! Welcome to the City Crypto. Not a lot of turnout today. 80 people. Didn't even crack 100, man. Where y'all at? I don't like this show. So yesterday, check this out. Yesterday, I'm over here playing some Call of Duty, right? And one guy, he's like, I'm playing with random people. This guy on the headset, he's like, hey, man, you got that XRP or what? I'm like, yeah, I got XRP, sure. And I was like, you got XRP? He's like, yeah. And you know what he said? It's just like, it was crazy. He's like, I bought 60,000 shares of XRP. I don't know what it is, but when someone says shares, they're obviously just disconnected from what crypto is, right? Like, they look at it, like, first of all, I don't think anybody in the crypto space that has any, like, real baseline knowledge of crypto ever calls a crypto a share, right? I mean, you never say I'm buying, I'm buying half a share of Bitcoin, right? I'm buying 5 shares of Ethereum. Like, it just sounds stupid. And anyways, so there was that guy. That was kind of interesting. And then we also ran into somebody else later, and this guy, well, he kind of had that like slang. He sounded like a younger guy, and he was all into the meme coins. And he says that he is the 45th biggest holder of Wrapped Luna. Of Luna Classic. He was like, he's like, pull up the blockchain report. He's like, pull up the blockchain the blockchain scan, whatever it is. He's like, look at the data. He's like, I'm number 47 holder of Wrapped Luna. Not regular Luna, Wrapped Luna. And then, we're playing as a team of 4, so there's 4 people in there. And he's telling these people about he's like, one guy literally is like, hey, what should I buy? Where should I put my money? He's like, all right, man. He's like, you put in $500, and he was like, he said something hella scammy. It was like Floki something or something in you, or I don't know. And he was like, it just came out 10 days ago. And you want to get on these projects early. Just came out 10 days ago. He's like, I've been watching all the whale movement. I'm moving with the whales. And I'm just like, and I mean, the dude, I mean, I don't know how accurate his portfolio was, but I mean, the dude said he had over 6 figures. He was like, yeah, man, I made over 100 grand. He's like, right now I got over 100 grand in that Wrapped Luna. He was like, I made 80 grand on this, and I'm just like, well, I wonder if those numbers are accurate. First of all, but like, do you think I should have stepped in? Because he was literally giving financial advice to another player, another person on the team. He was giving him financial advice on what to buy, even though, like, you knew damn well he didn't know what the hell he was talking about. And let's just say his verbiage came off very gutter, you know what I mean? So, just like, okay, is there any value, first of all, in Wrapped Luna token? The 45th largest Wrapped Luna token holder he has spoken. Anyways. I don't know why I thought that was so funny, bro. Do you guys think that's funny? That I was playing video games with the 47th largest holder of Wrapped Luna token. Not the regular Luna token, but wrapped. It has to be wrapped so that way we can easily buy and sell. Dude, I don't know, man. The people you run into. And then I just think, and I'm like, meme coin craze is not dead, man. Meme coins are gonna rally back next bull market, whether you want to or not. Meme coins are gonna come back, and I got all the evidence I needed playing Call of Duty yesterday, and the fact that this guy super degen in altcoins and meme coins is having a conversation, and this dude is literally like pulling up apps in his phone. He's like, all right, so what? Where do I buy it at? And he's like, yeah, just go to he's like blah blah blah.io. He's like, they have a DEX over there. It's a Korean exchange, but you don't have to put in any of that driver license stuff. And I'm just like, and anyways, Jessica says you're better off buying Kitty Coin. You should ask David about Kitty Coin. I'm gonna forget, but ask David about Kitty Cat Coin. That's funny. Sean Mulgrew says funny as F. That's right. 1080 says that ain't my baby. Rob says hola. Reed Lanham says shame that fool. Web3 and me says that is a bullish indicator. You know what? I was actually thinking that. Because, you know what? I'd been playing, so for me, my personal release is to play video games, right? And so for me, a lot of people like to relax, read an article, watch some TV. For me, I obsess over crypto and the show, put all of my time and energy there, and then I need to unwind. Instead of drinking a beer, I just play video games. And it's been about 8 months or so. I haven't heard anything along the lines of FOMOing into any kind of crypto project, whether it's Ethereum or anything. And when we were at the height of the bull market, I ran into a lot of people that were trying to find out what the next meme coin to invest in. And I haven't heard that in a while. And here it is, back again. So maybe this is an indicator that we are in the middle of a bear market. I mean, we are in the middle of a bull market, and that the FOMO is coming because the Call of Duty trolls that know nothing about crypto are piling in, and they're asking each other, where should I throw my money at? Now, Fino says, Sam, why is the market down? Market is crashing. Market's not crashing. It is a little lower than we were when we started. We were at 22.9 when we started the show. Taking a look at the one-day chart, you could say this is a pretty significant dip. I mean, I think we're probably over 3% for the day now, right? Let's see. Where's the movement on the 24 hours? Let's see. So 2.46%, 2.5%. Ethereum's kind of flirting with that 16K mark, and Avalanche has fallen under the $20 mark. There's been so much movement. There's a lot of volume. You guys want to trade a top 20 project? This one's a good one to trade. A lot of swings. There's been some healthy growth here on this guy. I know a lot of the projects look like this, but I remember this got up over $22 a couple days ago. So, big fan of Avalanche. Partnered with Amazon Web Services. Oh, yeah. Guys, you got any questions? What's going on? Call of Duty. So Crypto Billionaire says Call of Duty a good game. Just bought a new computer so I could play. Yeah, Call of Duty also has the new Season 2 coming out. So they're making some changes, so I'm excited for that. And then Hindi says Sunday sell-off. That is, that was something we saw with regularity during the last bull run, remember? The last bull run, so 2021, I think we had like 6 or 7 Sundays out of 8 Sundays, basically 90% of the Sundays, we were getting massive pullbacks at the end of the week. I remember that was a thing. Here comes Sunday. Here comes Sunday. You're going to have a big dump. You're going to have a big sell-off. And so now that we're having another run-up, another kind of bullish trend, is this par for the course? Is next Sunday going to be the same thing? Are we going to go into next week being, at 25,000? And then next Sunday or the following Sunday, we pull back a good 5-10%. And I don't know. Kind of interesting. We got Hefe says, I got in right before Dogecoin Mania, before he knew anything. I remember thinking, oh man, if Doge goes up to the same price as Bitcoin, I'll be rich. Yeah, I think if you got in at that time, I think that was kind of the sentiment. I mean, I was trying to shoot down all those narratives with all my friends. I'm like, look, man, Shiba Inu ain't going to get to $1. Doge probably will get to $1, but not anytime soon. And when I say soon, not within the next 5 years, I think. Where is Doge at? I haven't looked at Doge chart in a while. Oh, you know what? It is at 10 cents. Got as high. What was Doge's all-time high? Was it 60 cents? Something like that? 68 cents. This is the Doge chart here. And so, it did get as high as 68 cents, less than a penny for years, for most of its existence. And then, big rally. Yeah, you know what? It probably will get to $1. If you're hoping for Doge to go to $1, I'm sure it'll get there. Not till the next bull market. And that's I'm just curious, man. When is this meme coin stuff gonna die out, man? Is it ever gonna die out? What do you guys think? Put a 1 in the chat if you think crypto is better with meme coins. Put a 2 in the chat if you think crypto is worse off and we should just get rid of meme coins. Would you like to see meme coins go away? Put 2 in the chat. If you think it brings in the dumb money or the inexperienced user, and then people end up learning more about crypto later on. Because I've heard story after story of people being interested in meme coins, getting into it, and then after some time in the market realizing that, hey, I like it. So I got a bunch of 1s. You guys think no more crypto? I mean, no more meme coins, huh? It would definitely make things a little bit. It'd be easier. It's easy to criticize crypto when you have so much money tied up. When you have just billions of dollars tied up into meme coins, a lot of which are going to go under. It's easy to FUD that, right? It's easy for these politicians. It's easy for branches of government, the SEC, Treasury Department, to say, look how much risk there is here and how if you don't regulate markets, what can happen. So it definitely, but I mean, how much money comes into crypto? Think about this. How many people saw Dogecoin and SHIB, bought in early, might have lost some money, was stuck around, and then found some good projects? And they realized, and maybe it's out of just sheer desperation, right? You're not making enough money. You're looking at your finances. You're like, this savings account thing isn't working. My mortgage or my rent is crazy. Like, I can't afford to survive. And because of that, you are like, I need a way out. And you just look at a meme coin as a lotto ticket, So I mean, I get it. And then maybe these people looking for the lotto ticket found the next coming of the financial sector, crypto, and how it makes a lot of things better. I don't know. Doge has so Web3 and me says Doge has Elon use cases, otherwise no memes. It is interesting that Elon being the richest man in the world, and if he's the richest man in the world, then and he's in support of Dogecoin, and not to mention he obviously he owns Twitter. So if he were to promote Dogecoin as the go-to currency for Twitter, and he were to make it like the dominant payment method on Twitter, then it would can't argue with that, man. I mean, I look at it, video games, their native currency in a video game, you take V-Bucks for Fortnite, you take Roblox or Robux for a Roblox game, and Call of Duty has its COD points or whatever it is, or coin, and there's billions of dollars in those, and that's like the native token. And so we're starting to see that creators are getting monetized on Twitter, so there's a revenue sharing or ad sharing revenue. And if they started paying that in Doge, like, hey, that's our currency, they pay in Doge, you tip in Doge, you receive rewards in Doge for staying on the platform or incentivized by receiving Doge, and it just ended up being like the Twitter currency, be careful, man, because as Twitter grows, I think Elon is pretty disruptive in his kind of thinking outside the box. You see that in all of his business ventures. He's like, oh, there's no electric cars? Cool, I'll just build it. Start it from scratch, not copying anything. Do we need all these knobs and buttons on the dashboard? No. Screw that. We'll just put a panel in the middle. Like, hey, why not make it self-driving? You can't make it self-driving. Yeah, I can. Boom, makes it self-driving. Like, he's all like, hey, I want to, build a rocket. You can't build a rocket. Okay, cool. Well, here, I built a rocket. Let's go to Mars. Like, you want to go to Mars? Yeah, that's funny. Okay, now, hey, guess what? 5 years from now, probably going to Mars. And now he's all like, hey, I'm going to do Twitter. He's like, you know what? I'm going to get rid of the bots. You can't get rid of all the bots. Watch me. And so the dude thinks outside the box. And so I wouldn't be surprised, because the biggest player in space is SpaceX, right? More than China, more than Russia, more than the U.S., more than entire countries with trillions of dollars worth of GDP. You have an individual doing it better, more efficient, with more regularity, with an unblemished track record for safety, right? Number one car maker as far as profitability, Tesla. I think they're number 2 behind GM right now, but as far as how much production. But there's little to argue that they are one of the top companies, if not the highest, the fastest growing company there. Like, what do you think he's going to do with Twitter, man? And if he stays on this bullish Doge narrative, it makes sense to put Doge in Twitter, bro. I'm telling you. Rusty Bot says, bot lives matter. Coming from a bot. Addressing bots. Yeah, be careful, man. That should be your super villain there, Rusty Bot. Is Elon. He don't like any of y'all. So, and then Hefe says Elon Boring Company. I'll tell you, man, as soon as that dude has that is a very influential man. Whether or not you like him or not, like, man, he is making a lot of decisions. You had, if it wasn't for Elon, how many more years would it have been before General Motors and these other car companies would have YOLO'd into the electric car, right? Because, man, nobody was building that crap. It was like you had a couple of little concept cars here and there, but now they're trying to play catch up, man. They had that whole industry, that whole electric car industry. They are so far behind Tesla. It's crazy. It's crazy. And that Boring Company that he had, that's another one, man. Hey, you have the private sector building roads or alternate methods of transit. And, I look at the Boring Company as another version of Uber, right? Uber is the retail sector, the privatization of massive transit in the form of taxis. Taxis are gone, right? And I understand you can still hail a taxi if you want to, but who does? The last time I'll tell you the last time I called a taxi, it was Uber was still new, but everyone was using it. And I called a taxi, and it took them an hour and like 10 minutes to come to my house. And they charged me like $80 to go down to the strip, man. And I was just like, I waited an hour and 10 minutes for a taxi. And I had to call the dispatch person and be like, hey, are they still coming? And they're like, oh, let me check on that. And it's just like, what a broken business model. And anyway, so this Boring Company, you have public transportation. Now you have private transportation that will run underneath the roads, right? So instead of getting on the freeway to go across town, you can just take a tunnel that you pay for, right? Now, whether or not you drive your personal car or they have Tesla cars moving back and forth in there, it's a different option. And how many people are going to use that versus public transportation versus the roads? And Elon's company, SpaceX, does space better than countries do. Elon's electric cars did better than all of the traditional car manufacturers did for years. And now he's going after public transportation as well. So, Battle Brothers Trading says Tesla should make a mobile phone. But here's the thing. Elon tends to go after sectors that need innovation, right? Because nobody was building the electric car. Nobody had flown to the moon for, it was like 80 years, 60 years, whatever it is. And nobody, he has this Starlink satellites. Nobody's providing internet globally to developing countries that lack the infrastructure. Nobody's building any kind of transit situation to alleviate traffic. They're just leaving it to the government, and people just complain. And so, in the phone sector, I think private industry is doing it pretty well. Twitter, the bot situation was out of control. And obviously, they had all kinds of manipulation from the government with the Twitter files coming out, too. So, I don't know, man. It's kind of interesting. It's a very, very interesting subject when it comes to Elon and all of his companies. Jimmy popped up. What's up, Jimmy? Good to see you. He says Solana should make an electric car. Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I know you're joking about that. Web3 Me says, Google, this is an upcoming. He said Google upcoming mobile phone. Tesla P iPhone is expected to launch soon. Oh, okay. I'm not. Yeah, I mean, if Tesla and if Elon they launch a smartphone, wouldn't be surprised. I'm just kind of looking at the companies he started is because of a lack of innovation. He kind of just hit the ground running on all those, and then Elon's gonna be in the history books when our kids are in school learning about the history of 2022 and 2020s, and whether I'm not saying it's all gonna be good or even bad, but Big Dog Crypto says no bird. Larry is downstairs cheeping away. Larry, I don't know if y'all hear him or not. We got Chase. He says good day all, and then Robert Salazar. Do you think that AI in video games will ever merge? Yeah, I mean, there's already AI in video games, right? The bots in campaign. And right now, a lot of, I like to play multiplayer. Here's an example. I like to play multiplayer, like Battle Royales, free-for-alls, whatever you want to call it. Big Halo guy before. I like to play those multiplayers versus the campaign because the artificial intelligence was always so predictable. And it was either turned up way too high where their aim was unrealistic compared to, a real person. And it just, I know Charlie Max says ray tracing is AI. Yeah, okay. Even like I used to play Gran Turismo, like a racing game. And the cars would follow the exact same path. None of them would deviate. It'd be like, 9 cars taking the turn exactly the same. And you come across a enemy and they run in the same path every single time you play, no matter what. They go behind this wall and they run across the street in a slow motion that anyways, all of that becomes more realistic and a better enjoyable experience when you have algorithms and computers that are randomly generating code, randomly generating processes for your bots or the people that you're playing against, the more and more mimic real life players. And I don't know. So yeah, I do think AI is going to greatly improve video games for sure. I think it's going to improve everything. I think anything that has tech in it, and I'm waiting for Apple to just straight make Siri another version of ChatGPT. Instead of having scripted answers, I mean, how long is it going to be? Right? You know damn well Apple is looking at integrating AI speech software into Siri, right? Because right now, that thing is scripted. I can pick up my iPhone. I can say, hey, Siri, tell me about X, Y, and Z. Every person in the chat, if they were to say the exact same thing, then you're going to get the same response, or at least this, one of 5 different responses are going to be copy and pasted. And so I'm excited for the day that you get a conversation with Siri. And how long is that going to be? It's got to be down the road, right? It's got to be close. Say, hey, Siri. Next thing you know, you're driving in your car and you're saying, hey, Siri. And next thing you know, you're having a full-on conversation. You're like, hey, you're like best friends with Siri. You're driving down the road. You're having a conversation. You don't even get out of your car because you want to finish your conversation. I'm like, oh, yeah, before you go, let me tell you about my new coworker. I forgot to tell you. And Siri's over here like, Siri keeps hearing me say Siri, so it's like my phone over here is like, what? I'm here. Yeah, how long is it going to be before you're having like legit conversations with your phone, and you'd rather hang out and talk to your phone than you would a real person? It's not that far away, man. That's like the next 5 years, right? And Fino says Iron Man vibes, yeah. But Iron Man's assistant kind of had a robotic sound to it. There's something about AI that I think that makes a deeper connection, is that voice that sounds human. The giggles, the pause, the agreeing or disagreeing. I think that's what makes these. That's what made ChatGPT very scary, was that it sounded like a person. And the reason it sounded like a person was that it was using the history of speech that we associate with through Wikipedia and Reddit and some other social media platforms. And it started realizing, like, hey, let me talk like these humans. And now, all of a sudden, everyone's like, whoa, this thing is crazy. Like, AI chat is crazy. And the funny thing is that it has the same data. It had all the same information. So that right now we're on ChatGPT 5, or 3.5, excuse me. And ChatGPT 3 was the same. So 3 and 3.5 are essentially the same. However, in ChatGPT 3.5, they just changed the language model to mimic more of human speech, to make it a little bit more relatable. And that was the game changer. That familiarity, that speech that sounds human, that filler that you have, that kind of explaining things in a less robotic way, that's what changed stuff, bro. And that is crazy. Oh, man. This AI is like the radio before you had any radio. It's like the color television before you had the color television. It's the next technology that is here, and that is scary, man. Like, you're like sitting back, and if you haven't dug into this thing, you got to try this out. My wife's a college student. She's like, holy crap. Like what this is doing for academics, papers, and research is nuts. There's people that are literally using it in place of their therapist already. They're like, hey, this is so much more efficient than my therapist. I can just go on. I can say, hey, I'm not feeling good today. And I'm like, oh, hey. And so if you haven't had a chance to at least see what this is about, I recommend going ChatGPT, go on the website and at least just type a couple things in. Even if it's not your thing, that way you can see what's coming. Because this is going to replace a lot of stuff, man. This is going to replace a lot of stuff, for sure. Tyler says, I heard Yahoo is the furthest ahead in AI. Like I said, the ChatGPT isn't the most advanced. It isn't the most researched. It isn't the most funded. But what it did was it made it relatable to the user. It sounded real. It sounded authentic. It sounded like you could have a conversation and not know you're talking to a robot. And if you just have text to speech, you can have somebody talking to you in real time. And this isn't technology that isn't here. Like, you could literally take the responses from ChatGPT, put it in the software that reads it to you, and then you can have the software do the same for your voice, and you can have a full-on blown conversation with ChatGPT right now. If you had if you had an internet connection and a computer, you threw it in your car, you could drive around talking to a computer. You can be like, "Hey man, I'm mad." I'm like, well, what are you mad about? Well, I had a crappy day at work. Oh, really? You want to talk about it? Yeah. Well, not really. Well, okay, sure. Yeah. So my boss did this. Like, wow. All of a sudden, they're like, well, that is a quid pro quo. Like, quid pro quo? What is that? I'm like, well, it's a harassment. It's this for that. I'm like, really? Is that what they're doing is immoral or illegal or unethical? I'm like, yes. Wow. Next thing you know, you're just like, he's sitting having a freaking conversation, getting legal advice, like getting emotional support. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Anyways, Hefe says the military has been using this stuff for years. Yeah, and like I said, this isn't AI like all of a sudden like it never existed. It's been here, just now it just is friendly and sounds like us. That's where the breakthrough is. Yeah. All right, guys. Anyways, it's my Sunday. I am gonna get to making some lunch and hanging out. I got some ahi tuna on my syrup. I'm gonna hang out with my bird Larry. I'm gonna watch the crypto markets keep tanking. Bitcoin is 22.8. Yeah. And if you guys wanna support us, come check us out on our live show Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Vegas time. And without further ado, I'm going to wrap this thing up. So thanks for hanging out with me on a Sunday. Come back and see us next Sunday. I'd like to get this thing up to 200 viewers. We got up to 99 viewers. Kind of disappointing. Got to 99 viewers. What could I got to 100? All right. Anyways, next week, let's get to 99. Let's get to 100 viewers. And guys, bring your questions next time. Nobody asked anything about Big Rob. Nobody wanted to know anything about me. Ask away next time. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with us. Till then, peace.